Assalamualaikum and hello. We are from Team 4, which is we are going to present the case study leadership. The film that we choose is Kanang, Anak Langkau, the Iban warrior.
Hello, my name is Maria Madrina Suli Anak Ate, and my matrix number is 2211053. So today I'm going to talk about movie called Kanang Anak Langkau, the Iban warrior, and what is the problem that the character facing and what is the solutions. In this movie, we can see that Kanang started his career in becoming soldier by accident after being recruited by a British soldier, Captain Mike. This happened when Kanang joined a group of young men who wanted to become a soldier. The first problem that Kanang faced in this movie is when he being summoned to the operation during his wedding. He then left his wedding ceremony and fulfilled his duty as a soldier to serve his country. During the operation, the enemy suddenly attacked them by surprise. A lot of his teammates and his leader, Captain Mike, were injured. Then they have to retreat back to the camp. Kanang hides Captain Mike with bushes and bring Captain Mike and the rest of the injured teammates back to the camp the next day. Kanang successfully saved his crew because his skill in the jungle is good. His jungle intricacy skills is good because he was trained by his grandfather since he was young. Kanang also succeeded in the operation against the communists in Tanah Hitam. Kanang leads the group alongside with his platoon teammates named Corporal Nasir. In this operation, Kanang been shot and severely injured, but he refused to give up or retreat. Instead, he encouraged his teammates to fight till the end by shouting "Agi hidup, agi ngelaban," which means still alive, still fight. By the end of the day, the communists lost during the fight and retreat, and many of them being killed on that time. On the other hand, let's talk about the enemy side. They're taking an extreme solutions to achieve what they want. For example, the one who is severely injured, they just kill them because it will slow down their movement if they rescue the injured. In conclusions, we can see that in this movie, Kanang find a better solution and somehow managed to bring his team to success because of his fighting spirit and leadership that he shows during the fight. He also take care of his teammates' well-being, and that's why his team respect him and listen to him very well. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Abisa Anak from Marim, 2210756. I'm going to present about leadership strategy. The first leadership strategy used in executing the mission in Kanang Anak Langkau movie is accountable and responsible. This show when the main character, Sergeant Kanang Anak Langkau, choose to leave his family and wife to fight the communists. The second leadership strategy used is effective communication and vision. Sergeant is an excellent communicator. He able to give order clearly and concisely to his team. The third leadership used is to encourage recognition as a subordinate. They want to feel value. It instills a sense of commitment and engagement. Sergeant Kanang gave his task to his subordinate to finish the mission when he was injured in the battle. Thus, the fourth leadership strategy used in this movie is to commit to continued education. Sergeant Kanang shared his knowledge and experience with his platoon. In addition, leadership strategy used is speak from the heart. Sergeant Kanang said he was willing to sacrifice for the country. The conclusion that we got from this movie is knowledge and training are important for self-development and organization. This movie showed that Sergeant Kanang is the born leader. This apply that the quality that make good leader are inherited. He was born with the skill it takes to be leader. As a young generation, we should take this example of his spirit to fight communism.
Hello, my name is Farafana binti Muhammad Zulkifli, 2210741. So today I'm going to present about the critical thinking (PMI) for the movie that called Kanang Anak Langkau, the Iban's Warrior. For the plus part, this movie is a platform to increase the spirit of patriotism. The second point is it is a tribute to the fighter of the homeland. The third one is this film has so many conclusions and explanatory that we can see. For the minus part is showing the brutality of the communists, not suitable for the children because there are too many gore and blood scenes. The film is really slow and heavy, hard to understand because of the language that they use when communicate, such as Chinese and also Dayak. The interesting part, it shows the culture of the Iban tribe in Sarawak and also have knowledge about jungle survival. Critical thinking blooms taxonomy. The first one is remembering. The question for this part is who is the main character? Okay, the name of the main character is Kanang Anak Langkau. He is the nationality of Iban Dayak, which is in Sarawak. His service or branch is in British Army and also Malaysian Army. He involved in battles, wars, which is konfrontasi and also communist insurgency in Malaysia. He have received award as a Seri Pahlawan Gagah Perkasa, Panglima Gagah Berani, Panglima Gemilang Bintang Kenyalang, and also Pegawai Bintang Sarawak. The second one is understanding. The question for this part is what is the story of this film? Okay, the synopsis of this film is the film covers the life of Kanang, who is an Iban, an ethnic warrior tribe living in the interior of Sarawak, Borneo Island. Iban's belief was that their children grew up to be warriors. Kanang was taught by his grandfather about the ins and outs of the jungle. Kanang became a great hunter and tracker until he could read the direction of wind, hearing the tiger and lion's breath, and hearing the heartbeat of a tree. Kanang's career in the military began when he joined the Sarawak Ranger Regiment as an Iban tracker, until he became a sergeant major in 8th Ranger Regiment in the Malaysian Armed Forces. Kanang and his platoon had fought to eliminate communist militants throughout the country from 1948 to 1983. The fierce battle between communist terrorists and security forces continued to reach the Korbu Forest and Tanah Hitam in Perak. During a battle at Tanah Hitam, Kanang was shot until he was seriously injured, but he continued to fight hard to defeat the communist terrorists. The next one is applying. The question for this part is what kind of question you will ask to the main character. The first question is why Kanang wants to enter military? And the answer, it is because he have a spirit to protect the country and the Iban tribe believe that man is a fighter. The next one is what is the characteristic as a leader? The answer is responsibility, integrity, alert, and assertiveness. The third one is what is the needs to complete the mission? And the answer is a good communication, well prepared, and know the weakness of the enemies. And lastly, what kind of preparation that we need to face the war? Of course, the answer is physical emotional, spiritual, and also intellectual. Analyzing. How is the story related to your life? The first point is a part of UPNM students are cadets and parapes. So as a civilian student needs to follow all the rules in this university that are based on military culture. The second one is soldiers need to leave family for the duty, but students leave family for study. Soldiers need to leave family behind for duty to protect the country, but students need to leave their family or leave home and stay in university to study to gain more knowledge. The third point is follow order is very important in military as same as UPNM student. We need to follow the order of the IC class because all of the informations lecturer will retell the IC class first so that lecturer do not need to tell students one by one. Evaluating. What choice would you have made if you are in the story? The first one, leave family behind or family first. In my opinion, as a civilian, I think I would choose to take care of my family first because I think there are many more people that can replace my position. And the second one is leave friends that have been injured behind or not. I will not leave my friends behind because we still have hope that they can survive and live happily after that. And the third one is should I join the military? In my opinion, I think I would love to because it is an honor to protect the country that we are proud of. Creating. How would you adapt the plot to create a different story? So the plot that I create is the plot is when the main character leaves their subordinates behind and does not even care about the dead body of their platoon. At that time, the other subordinates of the platoon feel really angry and unsatisfied with the main character action because that is not the characteristic as a leader. After that, after the war ends, the family members of the dead subordinates are looking for them, but they couldn't even see them, even their shadow. So the family members were frustrated and blamed the leader, which is the main character, because he did not take it as a very serious thing. It shows that the main character doesn't not even have a great responsibility. Over the years, the main character really feel regretful because of his action, so he apologized every single of the family members of the subordinates, and he will not doing it again. That's all the story that I created for this part.